Hi friends, welcome to decorating my dining room for fall. Friends, let's make this area look cozy to go with the rest of my home. So what I'm going to decorate, my dining room table, this little table right here, my Hoosier, and that's pretty much it for my dining room area. So to start off, I am going to show you my little china cabinet that I have right here. I love this so much. I don't want to change it. It's got a lot of brown transferware and just all the things that I truly love. And so I am going to leave it just as is. Now here are a few pieces I've collected, and also look at these amazing butter pads that came from my sweet friend Jody. These sheep are from Jody. I just love this so much, and I just can't imagine taking it down or moving it in any way. So I just want to leave it just as is a little bit longer. When Christmas comes, I'm sure it will change, but I have truly loved how this vignette has turned out. And you know, here are some thrifted frames, that thrifted picture that I have that I just adore. The only thing that I have is just this little arrangement with some florals, and that's it, and I love it. Also, here's this sweet sheep my friend Jody made me. It's just such an honor, and I just love all of these pieces, and so I did decide to leave this just as is. So let's move over to the Hoosier. So I'm not going to take everything out and redo this. As you can see, I've kind of already styled the top just because it's so hard to climb up there. So all I did was just add in some stems. As you can see, I did have greenery in here. I took it out and added some fall picks. I have this piece that cascades over. It's so pretty. That's from Hobby Lobby. These leaves I've had for a long time. I don't think I can link those. And then these yellow ones right here, these mustard color ones, those were a big stem I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just cut them apart so I could use them. As you will see, I'm going to use them again later, and I'll show you what I do with them. But I think they are so pretty. So let's get into adding some more touches of fall inside this cabinet. So to start off, I noticed this greenery in here in one of these vases I have back in the back. So I'm just going to tuck in a fall pick, and that will do the trick. I'm not even going to take that greenery out. I'm just going to place it right inside. And you know, while I'm looking at this cabinet, I've noticed I still have some of this cabbageware in here, but that's okay. Cabbage, people decorate with cabbage during fall, so I'm going to leave it. I think it's pretty, and I just don't want to change up the inside since I have it kind of the way I want it. We're just going to accent it with a few pieces. So I love these clocks. I use them all over my home. I didn't use them anywhere else, so I thought I would stick them in here. I just think they add just such a fun touch. So y'all, after my friend Joanne and some of the others have, Rebecca, have mentioned, you know, that they decorate with turkeys, I have been on the hunt for some turkeys. And you know what? I've had the hardest time finding them. The only one I found at Goodwill was this little one, and it was half price the day I seen it. It was in a case, so I asked him if I could look at it. As you can see, I cleaned it up, took the sticker off, and it does say made in Japan. He is so pretty. I wish I would have found the other one to go with it, but that was the only one I saw. So I grabbed him, and I think he is so perfect. And again, I'm just loving decorating with some turkeys this year. This is also a platter that I thrifted this summer that goes perfect in my fall decor. So if y'all have been with me for any length of time, you know I love these glass cake plates. I got these at TJ Maxx, maybe it was Marshall's, years and years and years ago, but I love displaying on them. I kind of use them as a tier tray. So I've got this gorgeous ironstone bowl, which I want to use. And so I need to build it up a little bit because I want to put a plate on top. And the plate I have just doesn't completely fit on top securely. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm going to tuck in this doily. And then, of course, I don't want the rim around this to show. So I'm going to grab some of my paper shred and I'm just going to fill in along the edges. So now let me add one of the best parts. Here are these little hand pies that I made several years ago. I've got 2 of them and I put them on this brown transferware plate. I had an extra one and I'm going to put it on top. I just love this. If you guys are looking to make these, I do have a video that showed you exactly how I did it, and I will have it linked for you in the description. So if you want to go check it out and make your own, you can. I actually need to make more because I would love to fill some in the next shell for the next little layer. But we're going to go ahead and work without them, but I just think those are the cutest things and super easy to make as well. So I found these beautiful pears at Hobby Lobby. I think they're so pretty. They were over with just the other fruit section, not with the fall, but I think they are just amazing. I also have these more primitive pears that I got in an estate sale last year. So I want to use those too, and I think this one looks better than the other one. So I love that look, but now let's take the rest and make an arrangement over in those glass cake plates. So recently when I was thrifting, I came across this beautiful little gravy boat and I just loved it. It was so pretty. I think it was $2.98 and I grabbed it, and so I'm going to display it over here somewhere when I figure out where I want to put it. But inside it, I actually found something when I was going through my stuff, all my stash of things. I found these number cards that have, I think they're multiplication cards, and on one side is the answer. So I'm going to take those and just use them inside because that mustard color is really what I'm trying to bring throughout my home this year. So I thought it would be fun just to tuck a few inside here, and I'm going to add the rest to another dish inside my cabinet. It's funny what just a few pieces can really transform your area. I pulled out this stoolie. This is one that I bought that was old. It was stamped. And so my precious mother embroidered that for me. And so it's so special. So I have that placed right there. And then I've got this leaf that I've had for a few years. I think it is gorgeous. And I'm just going to tuck it inside. And friends, that's all I'm going to do to this Hoosier. And I just absolutely love it. You guys will have to tell me what you think, what you might have changed or done differently if you'd have been me, but I just really love the way it all came together. So now I'm going to style something with you that I normally don't ever share, but I've got this trunk that I thrifted, and then here's some of my Crocs. So I thought it would be fun to take some of the leftover pumpkins I have in place in this area. So I'm just going to tuck some greenery here, and then I'm going to top in this pumpkin. This is going to be super simple, but I just love the way it looks. Like you can glance over and see that sitting by my table and the Hoosier, and I just love the way it comes together. So in the next one, I'm going to add this pumpkin, and when I do, I'm just going to stick in some old book pages. And I'm doing that because I just love the texture that it brings, and I think it just adds so much interest and fun. Love this so much. I just think it needs one more pumpkin, and sadly I only have this one left. I need a real stem to add to this one, but I don't have any more, so I'm just going to have to use the one that's there, and it will be okay. I'll change it later. But I just love this unexpected little piece that I've decorated right here. I don't know, guys, do you like this? So let's decorate this area. You know, I'm all about layers. To me, the more you add, the better. I tend to like things. I'm going to layer another beautiful mirror that I have. I love using this one too. And so I'm going to grab this architectural piece, and all I did was just put a wreath around it. It barely fit, but it did fit. So I put it there, and I'm going to pull out, again, I had this little scale over here. So this is mainly the same things I used for pre-fall. I'm just adding in a few little extra touches, but it's basically going to be the same. And you know what? If something works and you enjoy it, don't change it. Just go with it. Maybe just add in a few more things, but I'm going to keep this pretty much the same, fairly the same, with just a few added touches, and I just love this area. So this scale is so pretty. I love this little emblem on the side, so I kind of have it decorated toward the side so that you can see that. I'm going to place this back where I had it before. I will add a dolly underneath there later. I don't think I show that, but I did do that. I've got this pumpkin. I love this. I am going to add a leaf underneath there later. I don't know if I'm going to show that either, but that's what I did. And then I'm just going to put in the pieces that were back over here. I have this beautiful vintage container, and I just have caramels in there, and then I'm going to add in the other pieces that I have. And y'all would be proud of me, friends. I did not eat those cookies. Those maple cookies are still in there. They're probably no good now, but anyway, I just wanted to tell you I didn't eat those. So, because I had those in there during pre-fall, and I made a comment that I didn't want to eat them, and so I did good. I didn't eat them. But y'all, this is how this has come together. I did make one little adjustment over here. I was out thrifting today, actually, and I stopped in, and I came across these beautiful little scalloped dishes, and so I bought those, and I'm going to show those to you in just a second. I got a set of 8 for $3.99, and no, they're not butter pats. But you know what? They are so pretty in dainty little dishes. I love that they're scalloped, so I grabbed them. And so I'm just going to place them over there where the pumpkin is, and I think that's going to look so pretty right there. Okay, now moving on to the part I've been most excited about, and that's my dining room table. I do have this urn I got during the spring sale at Hobby Lobby. I got it really cheap. I've just placed in that thrifted candle holder I bought. I don't know if you can tell what it was, but I needed something to have a base, and so this is gonna be perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is I took these stems that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I bought them last year. I love these green stems. They're the oak leaves with the acorns. I have 2 stems, and I twisted them into a wreath. And yes, it's kind of big, but that's what I like. I like it to be to make a statement, and this definitely makes a statement. And the only other thing I did was add in another one of those picks from Hobby Lobby, the little mustard color ones. I weaved those throughout too. I think I have 2 of those inside of here. One kind of going around the front, and then one I looped around the back. And I know you can't really see the urn, but just wait, I'm going to make some changes. So I thought I would put, of course, this packing material down that I'm loving for fall. I'm going to place it there, and then I want to display my favorite pumpkin, and this one I got from Hobby Lobby last year. I just think it looks so realistic, and I'm going to put that right on top. Okay, so the only thing that I'm going to do is add in a couple more stems, and I have 3 of these left. These are some of my favorite stems from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to tuck 3 of these around this wreath that I made around these oak leaves, and I think that will be the final touch that I need to this arrangement. I'm not sure if I showed it later, but I did go ahead and tuck a few pine cones in as well, just to complete the look. I feel like this is setting just a little bit too low, so I'm just going to grab a book, I'm going to place it down, and then I'm going to put my pumpkin right on top, and I think this will give it just enough height that it will look better. I just felt like it needed to set just a little bit higher, and yes, that definitely looks better, and I really love the way this has come together. So I usually don't use a tablecloth over here, but sometimes I'll use material, and I've used this before. I love this piece of material, and so I thought I would just scrunch it up and use it kind of as a tablecloth. And then on top of that, I'm just going to add a tray. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but let's try it. So instead of adding the tray this way, I had a thought. What if I turned that tray over and made it feel more like a riser? And I think this is so perfect. It's different, but I think it's going to work. And I'm going to just keep adding layers because y'all know I'm the layer girl. I love to layer things. And so I'm going to grab another tray that I have, and I'm going to place it right on top. And that way I know that my arrangement will set more straight instead of trying to set on this basket. So I love this. I think it looks just like a riser now. So let me grab my arrangement and put it on top, and y'all tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments below, do you like the material underneath it, or do you like it plain? I think I'm liking it more plain. But I don't know. Y'all tell me your thoughts. Friends, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to have y'all watch. I appreciate that so very much, and hopefully today's video gave you guys some inspiration. But friends, I have so enjoyed decorating my home for fall, and yes, there is more decorating to come. So hope if you like this content, you would consider giving it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would consider subscribing to our channel. We would love to have you be a part of our little family over here. Friends, also, I just wanted to remind you guys, if you guys need any kind of prayer, we would love to pray for you. You can leave it in the comments, and we'll be sure to pray for each and every one of you daily. But friends, before I go, I would like to share with you this beautiful Bible verse. Sing praises to the Lord, you his godly ones, and give thanks to his holy name. Psalms 34. Friends, God says he inhibits the praises of his people. So when we're going through difficult times or we're sad, just know that when we lift our voices to heaven and praise our Heavenly Father, God opens up his heart and hears us. Friends, this world needs more of us to be praising his holy name. Friends, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. And friends, we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.